So how about a little 420 Grim Fates? I got a couple short ones. I have a friend whose name is Brooks. We're not going to use his first name, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know this.
Grimace Brooks.
This individual, Grimby Brooks, GB, and
GB Hollowell. The
GBI.
writer, the novelist.
GBG, the Georgia Bureau of Grimace.
G.G. Allen.
The shit king. And this story is actually going to tie back to that. So we used to get real high on marijuana. And for a period of time, over like 2 weeks, we would go around various neighborhoods and rub shit on people's doors. So we'd, and he was really, for some reason, this makes no sense looking back. Actually, I have a lot of poop stories by him, but he wouldn't hold the toilet paper as if you needed both hands to shit, right? That doesn't make any sense. You could shit on them.
This was your poop.
No, it's his poop.
He would poop.
Well, I'd poop too, but not in this instance. Of course I'd poop on the doors.
God.
I'm not going to be left out in the poop rain, man. Come on, dude. Out on the outside of the poop window just looking in on this man having a poop party. So he's on somebody's porch, and he's like, dude, hold the toilet paper. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you can hold the toilet paper and poop. Anyhow. So he's bent down, and he's shitting, and it's really windy. So he starts gagging. Because I guess the wind had...
Wait. Would you shit on their front porch?
Yes.
Oh my God.
We'd shit on the front porch and then pick it up and wipe it all over the door.
What?
It's horrible. It's probably a felony.
Oh my God.
It's probably a felony. Probably.
That is the grossest example of vandalism I've ever
I did it about a baker's dozen times. Over like a short spree period of shitting.
Are these like people on a hit list of y'all's? Like a poop list?
Just random bystanders, bro.
Innocent bystanders getting poo-poo rubbed on their doorstep?
Check the McDonaldsons off the list. They had that shit coming.
P for poop vendetta.
I like that one. Yeah, so I'm holding the toilet paper. He's gagging because it created some sort of vortex of wind that was blowing the molecules into his face, and he threw up off the porch. So he's throwing up, pooping at the same time. I'm sitting there watching him in all his glory. Probably saw his butthole.
You saw his butthole?
Probably saw his butthole. Well, I had to make sure he wasn't faking it.
Okay.
I mean, you get a lot of imposters, bro, if you're running with a crew like that. A lot of people want to be a part of it, but they don't want to do the work. I got a couple more. You want to jump into one?
That's it?
Yeah, it was just a brief story. Also, once he pooped in the water at Pools Mill, and there was a floater poop, and it floated all around him in the water, and he threw up again in the water.
You know, that was a very not weed-related story. That was...
Well, we were high on weed. That's what weed does.
High on weed, dude. No, I don't condone marijuana smoking because it's illegal.
Absolutely not.
So I've never smoked pot ever in my life.
Well, I'd hope not, buddy.
Except for one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So when I was like 15 years old, and I got busted smoking pot at our friend's pool house, and the cops came and all that. So I got like put on lockdown by my parents like real hard for like a year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and like the first time I decided to smoke after like months and months and months was like 4th of July. And
for America.
Yeah, and you know, I thought it'd be cool if I like smoked some pot and watched like, you know, the fireworks and what have you. So I was still like 15, and I didn't understand the concept of like tolerance yet. So
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I want to smoke. And they like I was like, here, I'll give you like $10, and they gave me like probably like 0.3 of a gram or something, which is a fair amount to just. Anyways, I took all the pot, and I didn't have anything to smoke out of, so I literally took $1 bill out of my wallet.
What?
And rolled this fucking ghetto joint out of $1 and smoked all the weed.
Just ink.
Yeah.
Did you put like a carb in it or like a filter?
No. I just rolled it all up into $1 bill.
Doob dollar!
And this was like the first time that we had bought like good weed. Like, you know, we were 15, we were buying like dirt weed, like mids, and like Remember when fire mids was a thing?
I was about to say, do you remember when
dude.
seeds were a thing? All the like for the first 3 years of my smoking career, there were seeds all over the goddamn place.
I couldn't even find weed like that was that poor quality now if I wanted to.
No.
Like, but this was like the first time we'd had like good weed. They bought it from a college kid, you know.
Oh.
So it was like really had some fancy name and shit. So this shit was strong.
Blue Dream.
So actually, I swear to God, I think it was Blue Dream. So like, I smoked this entire joint to myself, and I'm sitting in a chair. I'm like, we're at the creek, the infamous creek.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm just toasty badosty out of my mind.
Tostitos chips.
And I get on the rope swing, and I go on the rope swing across the creek, and I jump off British Terabithia style, and I almost fell. I almost fell immediately because I was so high. I'm like, whoa. I was like disorientated high. And I like sit down on like one of the chairs. I'm like, ooh. I'm sitting there and like my whole face flushes and my heart is fucking pounding out of my chest, dude. Like seriously, probably like 150 beats per minute, just fucking rabid heartbeat. And I never experienced anything like that. And I'm sitting there like, start like breathing real heavy. I'm like, start feeling my pulse. And I like get my friends, I'm like, dude, feel my heart. And it's fucking pounding like, holy shit, dude, your heart's beating so fast. So cue total freak out, dude.
I just exacerbate the issue.
Losing my shit, dude. I start being like, did you guys lace this with something? Like, start being like, oh man, they laced it with something. So like, I start feeling like, no, man, like, cool off. Like, you're good, dude, you're good. And I start getting in my head like, oh man, I smoked out of a $1 bill. What if the ink like is poisoning me, dude? So I start thinking I'm gonna die. You know, this is a classic I'm gonna die story. So I start just losing it, dude. Anyways, I just literally walked in a circle around a hole in the woods for an hour and a half. Just pacing. And I kept telling them like, dude, if I fucking drop, man, call an ambulance, dude, call an ambulance.
Do you think the blood rushed to your head or something?
No, this was the first, I was just having a crazy panic attack.
Oh.
It was the first time I'd ever had an anxiety attack, and I never experienced anything like that. I kept thinking I was having a heart attack or like, I was dying, and it was horrible, and I had like, seriously like PTSD from that. I don't think I smoked pot again for like 2 years. Yeah. I didn't start smoking pot again until I had my first girlfriend.
When we were teens, it was either like you'd go through phases where it was like you didn't do like anything, or you were just on everything at once and just smoked weed like 24/7. Yeah. I mean, you could have broke the sound barrier. That might have happened when you were on that damned swing to hell.
I could have, dude. I just remember a bee flying around my head.
You think it was real?
The bee was flying around my head, and I was so high, the sound was following the bee. Like, the bee would fly around, and the sound was, like, delayed. Like, it was, like, it was all around my head, and I'm like, oh!
Like when somebody hits a ball, like a baseball, and it's hear it a couple seconds later?
Yeah, like, it was falling. It was, like, the sound was wrapping around my head and shit, and, dude... Like, this sounds ridiculous, but everything was, like, 3D to me, even though we live in the third dimension.
Yeah.
But everything was, like, extra 3D, like, fucking things popping out at me and shit. Out of my mind.
I remember, like, and I don't know if teenagers today still think the same things from, like, these smear campaigns against weed, but I remember, like, when you get really high, I was like, dude, that shit was fucking laced, dog. I was like, who would ever?
No.
That's not a thing.
After getting into the world of drugs pretty deep for a while, no pot dealer is going to waste their money lacing weed with hard narcotics.
What would they put, like PCP?
Narcotics are expensive. Yeah. Weed is not expensive. They're not going to waste money putting expensive drugs like cocaine in your weed. If you're putting coke in your weed, you're doing that on your dime. They're not doing that shit. Like,
giving it out. Let me just get this kid so high that he thinks his family disappeared, and then maybe he'll buy more weed because he hates his family. But no, I remember, speaking of laced dro, I used to have this friend, we used to smoke a lot in middle school, and we had like 20 grams at this high school party, and we were in like 8th grade, so it was like really cool to be with these older people. And I didn't really smoke that much at the time, like, so we smoked like bowl after bowl after bowl in this circle. It's probably like 10 grams, I don't know, something tight, like some tight number. Like some big
So
ass
like
number.
420 grams, dude.
Yeah, it was probably like 4.20, so it wasn't that much. It's 4 grams.
That's a lot to smoke in one city. That's a lot of pot.
Yeah, it was like a last man standing like survivor scenario where it was like when you were done, you sat on the ground. It was like kind of a game, but we were just all too high to realize we were like playing a game. And there was a fire, so we kept pouring gasoline on the fire, and we had finished like all the weed, and I was tripping out, like I was hallucinating, like cartoons, and the whole like forest was like tie dye, like I was tripping out really hard.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was fucking tripping, dude, like bad. And somebody put a can of gasoline, they threw it in the fire, but they held it in the position too long, so it caught and it shot up into the can of gasoline. And if like Lethal Weapon has taught us anything, or any of those action movies, it was like we all looked and we ran separate directions because it was like it's gonna be apocalypse now. Like it's gonna napalm. Like
yeah, napalm, fucking bombing by fire or whatever their fucking campaigns were.
And we all ran. And I literally probably ran for like 2 miles because I got really really lost. And I was tripping dick. And I remember one point a branch hit me in the eye. And it hurt really, like it fucked my eye up. It cut it. It was all red the next day. And at one point I ran through a spider web, which is great when you're just high as dick. So I thought there were spiders all over me. So I'm running around like I'm getting attacked by a bee's nest. It's ripping at my skin.
Not the bees!
Nope, my eyes! Oh boy.